All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Be the brothers from Great Millstone Camp coming back after the Spirit with another lesson. We want to first and foremost give all praise going honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Chakadash.
double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, love, and salutations to the men out there pushing His word in truth and sincerity. We're coming back after to the Spirit with another lesson. We pray and hope it's edifying. So real quick, this brother got an article that it's about the chip being implemented in the workplace. Now, before the brother read the article, I just want to mention, this is why we say Esau is a one-trick pony, because these are the same exact things that he did back in 1933 during the Social Security Act, right? He made it seem like it wasn't mandatory, and then he said you can get it if you want, and then when enough people was in the system, he made it mandatory. You see what I'm saying? And that's exactly what he's doing to this day. He's using if you want to have a job, you're going to have to get the chip. Now, you may say the scriptures say buy and sell. They don't say anything about working. But what a lot of people don't understand is working is a form of buying and selling, okay? What do you have? You have your time and your expertise, and you are selling that for a wage. You see what I'm saying? And you are profiting from that. And that wage is going to be transferred to a device that you can use to function in society. But
if I add a quick point, because the brother set it up beautifully. Because like he said, your time or your labor is a source of buying and selling. Because with business is predicated off of selling a good or a service. You know what I'm saying? You actually sell a physical good, or you or a workforce gather together to do a particular service. So like the brother says, it's spot on the head. And I just pulled up Social Security Act and had it on deck if you want to go into it. Go ahead. I mean, if you had to preach everything or argue it, that's fine. We're letting you know. We ain't planning, man. It just kind of happened that way.
Well, I got a preset right there.
But just to finish your point, it's a form of a trade. You're buying and selling. So with you and employees, they're trading or they're selling their time. You know what I'm saying? They're agreeing to be an employee, a part of a workforce for another entity, and pretty much you're a wage slave.
That's exactly what it is. You got your precept right?
Yeah, this is Ecclesiastes 1:9. It says, "The thing that have been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun." So like the brother was saying, hey, Esau's been doing this since the Social Security Act. Now it's just a little bit hyper advanced. The same one-trick pony, man, our people are falling for.
I gotta read this, bro.
Go ahead.
Just because the brother was speaking on the Social Security Act. This is just from Wikipedia.org. It says this is under the Social Security Act. The Social Security Act of 1935 is a law enacted by the 74th United States Congress and signed into law by U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The law created the Social Security program as well as insurance against unemployment. That law was part of Roosevelt's New Deal domestic program. It used to be going to get I can keep reading a little bit.
Go ahead, read a little bit more.
Yeah, so it's like two more paragraphs. The key point there is it said it was implemented to fight unemployment, in which it's crystal clear that unemployment, first of all, unemployment is on the rise. With COVID-19, coronavirus, whole global pandemic, so to speak, that Esau's pushing, you know what I'm saying? And that's why the Trump administration has been cutting these checks to people, man, just direct checks to the American people, because also realize that this is an election year. We're months away from a presidential election, man. You see what I'm saying? Now, Jake out here is more concerned about, a stoppage in the NBA, NFL, but you're not seeing it right before your eyes. The reason why you're able to sit in your homes and not be evicted because you don't have the funds to pay your bills is because Esau Edom been cutting you this check. And they've been doing it for a specific purpose because they have a mission and an agenda. And a part of that is getting this economy straight and clear through the presidential election, man.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. And then after the presidential election, you're going to start to see, in my opinion, this is just me, everything start to unravel, because at that point they're going to have what they need. But just speaking to what this brother was saying about the unemployment insurance, in all actuality, back in 1913 and 1933, the because the Social Security Act was administered in 1935. In 1933 is when the economy, American economy, before it became incorporated, was officially bankrupt, right? And that's why the Social Security Act was signed into law. It wasn't signed into law for unemployment insurance. That was just a spin that they sold to the people. But what it was to pledge the debt of your children and your children's children to the debtors forever. Now, you don't believe me, that's all you got to do is read the 16th and 17th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, and it breaks that down. Okay, that's why they do the census, to count your ass, and that's why the Social Security number was originally created, was to count you. But you got it.
Continuing on in the article, it says, or that page, it says, by the 1930s, the United States was the only modern industrial country without a national system of Social Security. In the midst of the Great Depression, the physician Francis Townsend galvanized support behind the proposal to issue direct payments to the elderly. Responding to that movement, Roosevelt organized a committee led by Secretary of Labor Francis Perkins to develop a major social welfare program proposal. Roosevelt presented the plan in early 1935 and signed the Social Security Act into law on August 14, 1935. The act was upheld by the Supreme Court in two major cases decided in 1937.
You see, so what they did was they painted it as something that everybody needed and that was beneficial, and then they had the cases to where the Supreme Court had upheld it. So the public is looking like, oh yeah, well this is great. But now look at the system now. You see what I'm saying? Look at it now. You got it.
I got it. This is Isaiah 10 and 1. In verse 2, it says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Verse 2,
Slacking. And going into that writing or prescribing those unrighteous decrees that they have prescribed, and the brother brought out in Ecclesiastes the first chapter, there's no new thing under the sun. These laws and legislation that are leading to, the brother has an article on the mark of the beast, the microchip, have already been prescribed for decades, if not hundreds of years.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? It's just an updated version of the same legislation, man, of the same extension of the so-called New World Order agenda, okay? In which, Jake watch videos and lessons and on YouTube, on the platform that Yahweh Shemel has established to push the word, and look at it as an entertainment purposes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a point that, Jake was going to, the Illuminati and certain things like that, Dr. Umar Johnson and Dick Gregory, you know what I'm saying? For entertainment purposes, trying to get a little bit of knowledge, when the truth, the 100% truth is written in the scriptures, man. And it lines up perfectly what this devil, Esau Edom, has prescribed, even going back to the Social Security Act. Right. Because going into that is going to make another connection that I wanted to touch on, connected with the article. You see what I'm saying? But the end all be all, the end of this legislation that they prescribe is going to culminate in the implementation of the mark of the beast, man. Right. You see what I'm saying?
I just wanted to add to the brother's point, because he made a beautiful point about their prescribing. What else do they prescribe? And that's leading to the chip, the fractional reserve banking system. This is the tool that they're using to enslave the populace, and the tool that they use is a Social Security number. They use that as kind of like a line to keep track of your ass, and you need it in order to participate in their system. And the fractional, if you don't know, fractional reserve system, you can go to a bank and deposit $1, right? And they can loan out up to 9 times what they have in their reserves, even if they don't have it. And what that does is create new currency, and it diminishes the value of the current currency in the system, right? And they're using that system, that while you sit and going back into what he was saying about you sitting at home getting a check, that check through quantitative easing, right? A lot of y'all don't know what quantitative easing is. When you print money.
And if you don't, look it up, man.
Exactly.
Look up quantitative, not to cut you off, but look it up, man. Like, don't just take our word for it.
Look it up.
Because brothers going to top lessons. It's like, it may be things that we know, we're familiar with. But it's like, as you're watching, if you don't know these things, don't just take it. Apostle else speak about them. Don't just take it for face value. Look the stuff up.
Yes.
Man. Google Social Security Act. Look it up. You see what I'm saying? Google trailer tiers. All the things. That's a legislation as well. Google quantitative easing, man. And during the so-called Obama administration, y'all Jake's hero, man.
Yeah. Hey, Google the 16th Amendment. That was the power to where they had the power to coin currency, because according to Article 1, Section 9 of the U.S. Constitution, it was supposed to lie with the federal government. But what happened was, when the Federal Reserve Act was passed back in 1913, they took over the power. Like M. Shel Bauer said, give me power of a nation's money and I care not who make its laws. And that's exactly what happened. And they're using, like, I'm going back into what I was saying, all of this money that they're giving away and all this money that they're printing, they're pushing the collapse of the dollar so they can give birth to the new digital system.
Right.
That's what it's all about. That's what we're going into now. You got it out.
I just want to bring out one word. Brothers kept mentioning the word prescribe in Isaiah 10. That Hebrew word is H3789, and that word is kathab, and it means to write, to record, and enroll. So what the brother's been saying, Esau's been, these different legislation acts are used to keep our people trapped. The scriptures also say a gift destroys the heart, man. So Esau, our people thinking, yeah, I'm getting these checks. They might add another $300. Well, Trump said he's going to give people another $400. It depends on some states. South Dakota has turned that down recently. So, our people see that and they see the checks. Like, oh man, we good, man. NBA's back. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady finna throw some couple passes soon whenever they wanted to let the NFL come back, man. But hey, the Esau is through his legislation. It tells you that Daniel 8:25, man. All right, through the pen, man. That's a weapon right there, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Con. I got a precept I wanted to bring up about the show. This is Revelation 13, because this goes into the point of what we're saying. And then I want to get into some of that article. It says, and he causes all, both small and great. Let me start from the top. I forgot to call the verse. It's Revelation 13, starting at verse 16. And it says that he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, which that mark goes into charagma, which means cutting or incision in the flesh. Okay? It's not a stamp on the forehead or something like that. It is an actual cutting into your flesh. And the right hand or forehead, and no man might buy or sell, save you had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you're not going to be able to participate in society if you do not have this. Regardless of what you say, you can't buy or sell. That is a physical transaction. And what else is going to be connected to buying and selling? Service. Your physical participation in providing a service, which goes into working. And everything is a service. Everything is a service in some type of way. So in order for you to participate in that, you're going to have a chip, and that's what this article is going into. So you can bring
if I can get the last point in this, because it connects also to something, as well. I'm going to skip a little bit, but jump down. It says the Social Security Act also established an unemployment insurance program administered by the states and the Aid to Dependent Children program, which provided aid to families headed by single mothers. But here's the point, you got, Eve up in that Eve. I was just thinking Eve up lying and sinking with that one. But the last point I really wanted to make, it says the law was later amended by acts such as the Social Security Amendments of 1965, which established two major healthcare programs, Medicare and Medicaid. You see, and what's a big way also they're going to tie the mark of the beast and the ship together? It's through a healthcare system, man. You see what I'm saying? So even with that, that's how we say Esau, even the devil, man. He's continuously making moves to further his ultimate end agenda, which is complete world domination. Okay, it branched off from the Social Security Act and then transformed and also touched areas in healthcare. Okay, and why is that important? Coronavirus.
Oh, look, and what else? Into the judicial system, because now you can be connected through your Social Security number through judicial. They can pull up your criminal history through your Social Security number.
Exactly.
So they're really putting all these things together to one source, and that's that chip, man. Let me tell y'all something too, man. Real quick, this is a little side note. I was at this restaurant the other day, man, and I was sitting down and I was talking to this. It was a jerk place, man. And I was sitting down and I was talking to this Jake, and I had my mask on. And the Jake was sitting there talking about how, the coronavirus getting people. The only way things gonna go back to normal is until they get the vaccine going. And I said, And I was thinking to myself, damn, these people are really going to run to get this.
Oh yeah.
The Burberrys.
Yeah.
They're going to run. It's
Yeah.
going to be ridiculous. But
You're gonna look weird if you don't have it.
just like the mask. And you know, I was watching the video the other day, and it was like not too long ago. It was the bishop. It was the bishop, and I believe it was the bishop in Yaquab. They had did a video, and they were just talking about. It may have been, it may not have been, but they were talking about how not too long ago, you wearing a mask in public, you looked weird.
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, the Michael Jackson. Yeah. And now all of a sudden, if you don't have a mask on,
You're not getting service in certain areas.
Yeah.
If you don't have a mask on, you're literally not getting service.
That's crazy. But you got that article out.
All right, this is from Inverse.com. The date is July 22nd, 2020, year of prophecy. It says, could microchip employees become the future of the workplace? And I want to say it's July and the microchip is already here. Now it's August, so you know you got
June.
You got guys that say it ain't here. It says, imagine unlocking a door with your hand, hovering your palm on your computer to access secure files, or purchasing lunch with a wave, all without a smartphone, card, or dongle. These things are entirely possible, but there's a catch. You have to have a long grain of rice-sized device inserted into the space between your thumb and pointer finger via a piercing needle. It says, see a video of a procedure here. So, continuing on.
I was about to say, Salakia, I'm just saying, like, you see that? We just went into a Revelation how it said the mark, right? And look, it's Esau. He's so devilish. He's painted as, it's so convenient. Just wave your hand, scan your hand, and you're going to get these things. Selling it through convenience, you know? That's what he's doing. But then it's going to get to a point where you ain't going to be able to participate in nothing unless you have it. And that day is going to come fast, man. It's going to come a lot quicker than what a lot of people expect. But you can continue on. I
want to show this picture right quick. This is what the brother sent in the group text earlier today. Just real quick. Let's see the images. Yeah, it says no chip, no vaccine, no chip means this. It says who's ready for this, and they got people living outside with a tent, man. So that's the time we coming into. You know, the reality is about to set in real quick. But I'll just keep on going on. It says in the article, it says these so-called insertables, the name preferred by academics.
Insertables.
He's all got to use all these words.
It's all a devil, man.
Yeah, he's a devil. These so-called insertables, the name preferred by academics, utilize he's trying to make it sound cool. That's what he's trying to make it sound like. It says utilize RFID, radio frequency identification, and NFC, near-field communication technology to interact with card readers, payment terminals, and other devices similar to what's built into contactless credit cards, your smartphone, or the identification chips people install in their pets. And we started to see a lot. If you look on Google, man, Google's pushing the microchip in the pets, man. A lot of these articles, a lot of these places like Texas, a lot of these states, man, they're chipping their pets. So what's next? The humans. So it says, insertables don't require an energy source. They work by transmitting a unique identifier that is read by other devices. They are many insertable devices for medical purposes. And like the brother was saying, a big deciding factor in this election is going to be healthcare. Continuing on, it says proponents of insertables, which include CEO and founder of Dangerous Things and VivoKey Technologies.
Yo, why you want to follow God that has a company named that, man?
Yeah, name.
Like some of the stuff is just don't be simple.
Yeah, common sense is gotta.
Like you want to follow a guy whose company's name is Dangerous Things. I mean, you know, we have a good time with it, but I mean, that's a portion of his spirit. Like he's putting it out there to the world. You want to follow God with that mind and mentality?
It says CEO and founder of Dangerous Things and VivoKey Technologies, Amal Grabstrup, point to numerous advantages of the device compared to existing technology. Unlike cards and dongles, individuals can't lose insertables, meaning they can't be appropriated by bad actors who want access to homes, offices, and secure data. Of course, having a device physically inside a person's hand prevents them from simply forgetting their card or keys.
Oh man, you see this insertables, card or keys, just painting all of this convenience. And basically he's saying, wait, even if they chop your hand off and take it, they won't be able to use it because this chip is going to be biometrically programmed to you. So no one else will be able to use it but you. They've thought of everything, right? But there's a reason why Esau is doing this, okay? Because there's a law on slavery, all right? And everything Esau does on the left-hand side, he's doing it against the scriptures, but because he's trying to be like the Lord on the right-hand side. You see what I'm saying? So he wants you to be a perpetual slave, but he's doing it through wickedness. And just because you're ignorant of something doesn't exempt you of it, unfortunately.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So if you don't know that the mark is a chip, that's on you. I mean, I'm sorry, man. That's on you. I mean, shit. It is what it is. But this is Exodus, the 21st chapter, and I'm just going to go through it real quick because it's the law of slavery. And if you decide that you want to stay with your master, all right, give me 1 second. Unless one of y'all got something going on. Where is it?
I got some.
Go ahead.
Because the brother made a statement about if you're in darkness and don't understand that the mark of the beast is a chip. That's bullshit, man. All right, because the word is going out. Meaning that's not an excuse. Because the word is going out and the gospel being pushed around the whole four corners, man. You know what I'm saying? Like for you to make that claim and make that statement, you bullshitting, man. You know what I'm saying? Because this gospel went out to the whole four corners, man. This is Matthew 24. Matthew 24. I'm gonna start up. Matthew 24 and 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. And then shall the end come. You see what I'm saying? So, if the Most High, Yahweh Shai, did not give you the opportunity spiritually to get it, you weren't meant to get it. All right? But for those who are written in the book of life, according to prophecy, for those individuals, they're going to get it, man. You see what I'm saying? And that's why we just continue to do what we're doing, and we believe in the saving of the souls, man. And we understand that, yes, a lot of hatred out here for us, and the testament that we have of Yahweh Shai, and Lord willing, we get that number, our coming salvation. But we don't give a damn about what you think, man. You see what I'm saying? We don't continue to push and do to the best of our ability, man, to ain't no more spirit in our vessels. You see what I'm saying? This gospel, man, across the four corners, okay? Because that's our reasonable service in putting our life and spirit online for Yahweh Shai. And that's what we commanded to do, man, okay? And the Wadi Yahweh Shai is also giving us the understanding that that's what it takes in order to receive salvation, man. Because these things are coming down the pike, man. They right here.
Yep.
Get that precept?
Yeah, kind. So this is what I was getting into. This is why it's so heavy to get the mark, okay? Because this is what you're saying to the Lord. This is Exodus 21 and 5. It says, and if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, and I will not go free, then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl. He's going to put a hole in his ear. That's his branding. That's his mark, right? And he shall serve him forever. So when you get that chip, you are saying to the Lord that you're Esau's forever. And you're going to get the same thing Esau going to get. That's fire. All right, but y'all bros got it.
God. This morning article.
That's
that-
dope.
I mean,
that's pretty-
that
that
was
was
sort of beat
I was asking,
This is Isaiah 13 and 14. It says, I will ascend. Well, I started verse 13. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. Verse 14, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. So that's this man's mind state. All right. even though the Lord created his funky ass, he wants to have this. He has this God complex mind state. But we know the scriptures are proving that he's going to come down. He's going to do that 1,000-year death row sentence, and he's going to be destroyed pursuant to Obadiah. Was it 1:18? But our people, they didn't given that image of Jesus Christ, so they think that the Savior is a so-called white man, and Esau's playing along with that narrative, man. He's like, here, take this chip. Here's your salvation. You know, you can go eat. You can actually go to the basketball game again. You know, you can see LeBron dunk, or you can go to that big ass stadium in Texas to see the Cowboys play.
Right.
You know, he's like, well, I'm giving you life again. I'm a guy. That's Esau's MO. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of.
Hey, just to actually, man, that was heavy right there because Esau saying I can close it up, I can open it back up again.
Yeah, it's power.
That's power right there, man. You know, Esau, he's a devil, and what he does is he got, you know, Esau. You like y'all Jakes out there, y'all like a goddamn donkey with a carrot being dangled in front of it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still reaching and reaching for something that y'all will never get again, man. It's not coming back. It's not. Everything is a show. It's a sham. You know, it's just to buy time for things that are coming down the pipe. You know, that's all he doing. But
and that applies to Northern Kingdom too, man. All right, because Northern Kingdom be trying to act like it's just Judah,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, or Benji, you know what I'm saying, or Levi. Nah, man, y'all Israel too, man. You see what I'm saying? Just like brother speaking about, you know what I'm saying, like having that carrot in front of you, man, like that donkey, man. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, people talk a lot of shit about Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, but it's a lot of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi on the highways and byways proclaiming the truth and gospel of Yahweh Shem Shai.
Yeah, you do got a lot.
What the rest of you tribes at, man?
Yeah, I was gonna say you got a lot of simple Native Americans and Seminole Indians and
Right.
so-called Mexicans. So
Yeah.
this word goes out to all 12 tribes, and not just 3.
And that's why too. Supposedly, what they saying, it's a high death rate amongst you Gadite tribes as well, man.
Oh, yeah.
As far as the virus, man,
Yeah.
because Esau pumping that poisons into your communities, man. You see what I'm saying? And it's gonna continue to happen until you get some spiritual cojones, man, and go out there and push the gospel, man.
Right.
And then too, for a lot of you Gadites, man, you still refuse to believe in your Hebrew Israelite heritage, man. Well, even though you got all the relics and all of the signs that point in the direction right within your own culture, man.
They be like, I'm not Gad, I'm Lakota. All right, man.
For real,
I
man.
am.
But hey, scriptures say Gad gonna triumph in the end. So
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
You gotta get on Jake ass too, man. I was traveling, today. There's a lot of simple Northern Kingdom, man. You know what I mean? Now, of course, there's a lot of brothers that's in the Northern Kingdom that's pushing the gospel, man. But y'all need to wake the fuck up too, man. Don't think that it's just gonna happen in so-called black communities, man.
Right.
Cause y'all hurting too, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to keep it together, with some surveillance and whatnot, man. But hey, everybody hurting right now.
for real. Y'all see the oppression, man.
Hey, Judah.
I got something too.
Judah and Israel pressed together.
Right.
You got something?
Yeah, kind of. This is Revelation 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or on or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. But yeah, you got
Hey, so that's what's going to happen to all of you people that accept this chip. And that's going to be a lot of you all out there because y'all not going to be able to let this system go. And listen, I'm going to hit you with this too. The chip is a trick because they're going to give you all these promises about the benefits of accepting this chip. And shortly after, they're not going to be able to fulfill those promises.
Exactly.
You know?
Bait and switch.
It's a bait and switch, and that's why you're going to get destroyed. Not only are you going to get destroyed if you make it to a missile, but you're going to get destroyed before then.
Absolutely.
I got something right quick.
Go ahead.
This is Revelation 16:2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. Now the apostles have been bringing this out lately. That grievous sore goes into a cancerous mark, man. So if you take it in your right hand, left hand, in the case of that African guy, he got it in his buttocks, man. All right, so hey, either you gonna die when the Lord come back, or you gonna die of having a grievous sore, because that's not created for your body, man.
Well, I'm gonna break it down to you too, because I believe it or not, I did a lesson about that a long time ago. There was an article circulating years ago that the contact surface from the chip and the thing that you're scanning creates radiation within that, and that radiation becomes cancerous over constant scanning. So that's how that grievous sore is created. It literally creates cancer around it. And guess what? The material that they use to put the chip in you, it is a binding. It binds to your flesh. So it's almost impossible to remove once you get it in you. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people say, well, if I just chop my hand off, bro, it don't matter. It is the mind state you were in when you were taking it, bro.
Right.
That's what that means. You mentally scarred yourself, bro. Like, you spiritually said, I'm taking this mark. That's it for you, man. Go ahead.
It's like I would say, and the scriptures go into that. That's why I say, if any man worship the beast and his image, that's the image. Just like the brother was saying.
Yeah, worse than image.
Go ahead, you got it.
Oh, that wasn't on that.
It's
Yeah.
a little bit more into it.
Go ahead.
Revelation 14 and 11. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Verse 12, Revelation 14 and 12. And you got it, bro. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Yahweh Shai.
Now look, I just want to point out something else. Say for instance, y'all jakes that think, oh, you know, I'm not going to get the chip, but you still want to be a part of this system. Oh, it covers that too.
Yep.
It says that if you worship the image of the beast. So even if you say, okay, I'm going to skip the chip, but you still love this place, missile time.
Yep.
You see, because Lot's wife remember Lot's wife? Remember, she did the same thing, remember?
Look back.
She looked back. She was not spared. She turned into a pillar of salt. So it's the same thing, bro. You love this place.
Yep.
You want to stay in this place. So just because you think, oh, I won't get the chip, but I still want to participate. I'm gonna use my smartphone. That's a lot of y'all Jakes thinking. Y'all think y'all can get a pass? No, y'all not, man. Y'all not. So, but that's pretty much what I had right there. You got something out?
Yeah, give me one. It's John. Yeah, y'all brothers gonna get further precepts?
No, I ain't got nothing.
I ain't got nothing.
All
Yeah.
right, we just go on this one. This is John 12 and 25. It says, "He that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that let me start from the top. St. John 12 and 25. He that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that hateth his life in this world, shall keep it unto life eternal." So, hey, you want to make a short-term sacrifice by getting this chip, man. You're gonna be called least in the kingdom, man. You're gonna be one of those that are gonna be hanging their heads down for a long period of time, man. Just for a short-term gain, so you can just go back to eat McDonald's, or because they like they show in Demolition Man, they like to have like Taco Bell, McDonald's, and then in the movie they had them little, bite-sized, what I'm saying, morsels that they ate, man. You wanna sacrifice a life for that, man, or you wanna trust in the Lord when the Lord can just there's many examples where the Lord brought men, when the Lord used men of the Lord to get other men of the Lord food, man. So if you love your life in this world, you're gonna lose it now.
Okay. But you got anything else?
Nah.
All right. Well, with that, you got anything else?
That's it.
All right. So with that, we're going to end it off by giving all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Kakadash.
double honors to the elders and apostles, great mills, who rule and teach well. We hope and pray that this is edifying. Until next time, Makim Shalom.
Shalom.